Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Ever Sidequesters Adventures in the Beginner's Box for the Pathfinder 2nd Edition game here on the D&D CR Exposed YouTube channel. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing great. How about you guys here, my crew, my Ever Sidequesters? How's everyone doing?
Great.
Okay.
Excellent. Good to hear that. And with that, let's see here. I guess we'll start off with some introductions. My name's Andrew. I will be the GM, commentator, and monster controller for tonight's game. Followed up with that, we have Eric, who is playing Seravish, our lizard folk summoner. Almost said shaman for some reason. Then we have Mike playing Blank, the human champion. We also have Scott playing Shmebulok, the gnome wizard. And back with us tonight is Sean playing Krunk, our orc druid. And with that, does anyone remember what happened in last week's game, excluding Sean, unless he watched the live stream?
There was darkness, much darkness.
So much darkness.
There were also rats. And lots
That
of water.
statue. That statue.
Oh yes, the statue. So much fun. Yes, so in last week's game, Krunk was fixated with the eruption of the fire crystal and just couldn't pull himself away, while the rest of the team had investigated the earth and air crystals and were imparted with potentially a little gift, who knows, one way or the other, and they shuffled off back down the hallway. They found themselves down into the, I guess you would say, left corridor into a naturally formed cave system with a bunch of Zulgath warriors that stunk to high heavens. And for those unfamiliar with Zulgaths, if you are a 5e veteran or player, that's pretty much the equivalent of a troglodyte in 5e terms, the Zulgath here. Definitely don't look the same, as I will go ahead and bring up their artwork so Sean can see what the players were fighting here. And yes, this lovely little creature, kind of similar to a troglodyte, kind of not. You know, they're both a little bit different in their artwork. But yes, stinks to high heaven, drew a club, and went after the party. But the party did make quick work of the Zulgaths and were able to sally forth, so to say, avoiding a cave-in that was to the west of the Zulgath cave and not bothering to go further into the deeper dark, which would have left basically to the equivalent of 5e's Underdark. I guess it was called the Underdark. Let me see here. I just want to double check that real quick. Yeah, the Darklands. There we go.
Outbreak.
What was that?
I was gonna say for D&D, yeah, it'd be the Underdark.
Yes. Pathfinder terms, it is the Darklands. So finding that the cave just kind of continued down for, you know, a good maybe 10, 15 minutes of exploration, everyone doubled back and went into the mermaid statue room. And quickly, Seravish was the one who spotted the trap that circled the entire mermaid statue here. And through some investigation and unfortunate rolls, Blank had set off the trap trying to jump over the 5-foot gap into the waters and landed a little short, and you know, set the trap off. And the crew had fought the traps. And with Shmebulok almost falling to the mermaid statue, and with a great timing of the shield cantrip, was able to block part of the damage and survive with, what was it, 1 hit point, Scott?
Yeah.
1 hit point. After destroying all the mechanisms and collecting the money inside that had triggered the trap, unfortunately, you know, the group had licked their wounds. So this is where we left off, and we will stop for a moment and leave the party as they tend to their wounds and move over to Krunk here. Krunk. The group had gone back and forth and looked at the 2 flowing orbs while you were entranced by the broken fire crystal here. You've finally come to your senses here, and the room has gone empty, although with a, I'd say a reasonable passive perception of, looks like you have a 15, you can easily hear the sounds of combat echoing down the hallway from you. As that kind of comes to an end, what would you like to do? You have 2 crystals here, the earth and air crystals. Or you could go bypass those crystals and go see what the combat noise was all about.
Well, first off, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, you're not seeing anything?
It says game paused and the rest of the map area is black.
Oh, okay. You should be good now.
Yes.
Let me bring your attention over to here.
Whoa.
Did that bring you over?
Maybe I
Rob-
need to read.
Brought me over.
Okay. Well,
But in general, while I'm reloading,
mhm.
if I hear the sounds of combat, I will yell "Coming!" and run for it.
Okay. So, you bypass the air and earth crystals and start heading down the tunnel then?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. While you're loading up, I will go ahead and shift you down to the tunnel. So, as you make your way past the murky waters, you come back to this T intersection here where off to the right you can smell the foul smells of whatever's going on down that hallway here, and back to the left you'll have the original way you came when you initially fought those Kobold scouts that had laid an ambush for you. Which way do you want to go?
Can I tell which way the screams are coming from?
Sure. Give me let's see here.
Okay. Now, and I see I'm in the corner of the orb room.
All right, in the chat, I've put a survival check for you to make.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm off to a good start.
You come to this intersection here, this T intersection, and unfortunately, you don't really know where the sounds have come from, but with a passive perception, you do see a familiar glowing blue light over here. And there is movement as the light kind of shifts back and forth.
Then I will head that way post haste.
Okay. You able to control your token now or not?
Yep, as soon as I stop running into walls. Yo, where am I going?
Yes, that is a fantastic question.
I think I lagged or something. Map go.
Okay, so right here in this T intersection, down back towards the Kobold section, you can see just like a small bit of blue light reflection coming off of the walls here that seems to be moving back and forth, and it does look fairly familiar.
Then I will head that way. What is my speed? 35?
25 normally.
25?
Yeah, but don't worry about that too much because you're out of combat. And as you come around the corner, you can just start to make out Blank finishing up some prayers back to Pharasma, I believe, right? Yes. Some prayers to Pharasma and recollecting his focus point to do his lay on hands.
Hi there.
And as you all, the three of you, finish collecting yourselves and healing up, you see Crunk come meandering around the corner. You're all reunited.
Hooray. Hooray.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Discord. It keeps wanting to shut down on me.
For anyone that's an astrology buff, right now we are technically in a Mercury retrograde, and that could be the problems with all the technology that's going on right now. Discord and being able to move around and communications on the internet. That might be the answer as to why we're having technical difficulties tonight.
See, and I was going to guess that it was that supernova from Beetlejuice, but I think that already passed us, so can't blame that.
Yeah. Anyways, Grunk is still a little worse for wear. Blank, did you want to heal him up a little bit now that you guys are kind of on your downtime?
No.
No, I already did all the healing. I'm kidding. Of course I'm gonna heal him. So let's see here. Target.
I'm only missing 6 hit points. I'm fine. I'm sure that won't come to bite me in the butt later.
There we go. And Krunk, you are healed for 6 hit points. And fully healed. And of course, you know, you guys can give it another 10 minutes or so to get Blank your focus point back while you're all taking care of that.
Alrighty.
Yes, and Krunk, as you walk into this room, the room itself is completely drenched in water. Even your companions here are more or less soaked to the bone. They're just the clothes, like Cerevish here, wearing his cloth robes and whatnot, just completely soaked. You know, the room smells of kind of a weird reptilian wet dog because of Koth. And even Schmebulok's hat's a little just slopped over.
Me not know today, bath day.
Yes, bath day indeed, that is for sure.
That is correct, Krunk. Most wonderful day of the year.
You have one of
I'm gonna-
those?
I'm gonna press to digitate myself clean.
Okay. And within a few moments, Schmebulok is tidy and dry again through his wizardly ways.
Just sort of wicks all the water away from him.
All right, gentlemen. Now that you have been, freed of the mermaid statue trap, and you've basically found, a pincer point here, where are you going? What's next? What are you doing?
Well, there's only one real direction left to go.
Yep. You have this hallway here, or you could double back to that fallen, collapsed tunnel as well.
Well, we could always try searching the hallway. See if the official route leads us anywhere. Could I examine the hallway for traps before we proceed down this way?
Sure, give me a perception check. Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me throw that up for you. Let's see here.
Found all those sweet macros.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I got it, but I don't got it.
Well, as you look through, that's definitely, unfortunately, a fail in your perception check, and you're pretty certain after looking over the traps that these tiles here look like they are probably trapped through this hallway. Blank. You're not quite certain, but you're pretty sure that whatever this hallway is, there's a trap for sure somewhere in here.
Well, we're gonna hope it's not a crushing trap. Because, I mean, I didn't see any traps. Looks like there might be some, but... Here we go. I'll take a 10-foot step.
All right. You take
Yeah.
the first few tentative steps into the hallway, and luckily nothing, goes off as you make your way in. The next 5 more steps, again, you step very gingerly and gently, and luckily to your surprise, nothing happens. It looks like maybe the tiles were just offset from age and wear, or whatever else had gone on down here. All right, let me see something real quick here. I want to double check this door before you guys go in. Where is that? There we go. Okay, we got that. There's nothing there. Okay.
Do I have any way of peering through the door, like a keyhole, or maybe even like a gap in the door?
No, unfortunately, I mean, there might be, there is a slight gap at the bottom of the door, but there's absolutely no light coming through. So if you were to peer through, you're not going to see anything. There's a little bit of light coming from Schmebulok's ever-glowing torch there, but beyond that, sadly, there's really nothing going on that you can see.
And I was gonna say, and there's no like light source coming from underneath the door?
Yeah, no light source whatsoever.
All right. I'm gonna give the door a quick once over, make sure it's not locked before I try opening it.
Okay.
Would you like another perception?
Sure. Let's see here.
Bloop, bloop.
There you go. Threw it in chat. Okay.
All right, we are doing good.
Well, with your human eyes and, not being able to see very well, you're pretty sure this door is trapped. Would you like to let someone else take the lead to potentially open it, or are you going to attempt to try and open this?
I mean, I checked it out. It looks clear.
Well, it doesn't look clear. That's the problem.
Okay, it looks blurry. Okay, but you know what? The bits that I can see, like through all the haze and stuff, it looks okay. Right?
You were just looking for locks, right? Or if the door was
Yeah.
locked? Yeah.
Yeah.
From the looks of things, you're pretty sure with the shadows and the problem, having the issues of not being able to see very well, you're pretty sure this door is locked.
Well, I guess I'll attempt to unlock it then with a thievery check and my thieves' tools.
Okay. So let's see.
Turns out I actually just locked the door.
Let me see here.
I always
thrown a,
wanted to see like the elves,
Go ahead and throw
but I
a skill
learned
check in
it
there.
took more than just their eyes.
Hey.
Okay, so with your thieves' tools that you pop out, you roll a 15 and do get a success here. And as you're starting to manipulate the lock in there, you realize the door was already unlocked. But you didn't fail, so you didn't lock yourself in, or out. So the door is successfully unlocked. Of course, you're the one that did the checking, so you left that to yourself of whether or not you tell the group that the door was already unlocked or if you unlocked it. That's up to you.
I'm just gonna sniff loudly like, door must not have been locked after all. Just open the door.
All right, go ahead and click the door. Okay, so before you move in, let me go ahead and give you what you all see here, a little bit of information. As the door opens, the smell of rotten fish and mold wafts out. On the west side of this vast room is a large table with benches on either side. Old food scraps, dirty knives, and broken plates cover the table. Off to the east side, burrows have been dug into the wall to make small sleeping chambers filled with straw mats. This must be where the kobolds warren. And as that opens, I will reveal this here. A whole bunch of kobolds staring at you, weapons drawn. I need everyone to roll combat, please. Roll for initiative and whatnot.
All right. Rolling.
Ooh,
Oh.
so many d20s. Alright, and with that, it looks like we are good to go here. And we'll begin the encounter. Alright. Let me turn off something real quick. There we go. Alright, with that, we have our first kobolds going. The one kobold you can see, blank over here in the middle, rushes off to the right and starts manipulating something. You can hear the sounds of a chest opening, and then goes ahead and grabs something from this chest and throws it at you. Let me see here. I just gotta double check this. Okay. Okay.
So wait,
Blank.
that's 4 actions?
No, move, open. Oh, yeah, and grab something. Okay, so let me see here. I just want to double check.
I don't
can
know
do
if
it.
openings and taking can happen on the same interact action, but
Yeah, I'm just double checking. Let's see here. The chest between the two sleeping alcovers. Kobold must spend an action to open the chest before they can use the oil stored inside. Once the chest is open, a kobold next to it can spend 1 action to pick it and throw it. Okay.
oh,
so
there you go.
Yeah, they're allowed to just kind of grab and toss. So,
Pluck and chuck.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics skill check for me, please, Blank, as a vial of something is coming at you. Okay. So, that slams and you miss it, or you dodge out of the way of whatever happened, and on the ground in front of you, you're going to see a slippery, oily mess erupts. So let me see here. Let's see here. Where does it hit exactly? Because you missed it. All right. Okay, so the ground below you is now covered in oil, but you are not. So anyone moving through that is going to have to make a skill check, otherwise they fall prone in that spot right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a little tile here. Hopefully that works. Yeah. All right, so that spot there is now an oily mess. All right, so that is that kobold's turn. The next kobold to go is right here, and let's see here. What do they got? Yeah. All right, so this one is just going to go ahead and throw a spear at you, Blank. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's going to miss with a ranged penalty as well. It's a critical miss, but because it was thrown further than 20 feet, it took -2 to the attack roll. And then what else are they going to do here? And then their tactics again, I don't quite recall off the top of my head. Oh yeah, okay. So after he throws the spear at you, it rushes off into the darkness, and then you hear some shuffling around. Okay, so that's that kobold's turn. The next kobold here in front of you is going to rush over to the table here, grab some stuff, and then is going to throw some rotten food at you, Blank. And with that, Krunk, you're on deck with a kobold on deck, and then Deck and Shmebiok, you're on Deck. All right, so 20 feet. Let's see here. How far away are you? 20 feet? Perfect. Okay, so goes ahead and makes a roll to hit you. What is your AC by chance, Blank?
18 right now. Well, yeah, 18.
Okay.
Because I didn't raise the shield.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a spear attack for this rotten food that's being thrown at you, but it's not going to do any damage if it hits. So that'll be moved. He's going to throw. And that's going to be a miss as the rotten food just kind of splats against the wall. It's going to go ahead and grab some more food and throw it at you. And that one will also move as a bunch of rotten food is being flung at you. And that is that kobold's turn. Krunk, you are up. What would you like to do?
So, what's the rule about moving through your allies?
I believe it's okay. In Pathfinder, I don't recall off the top of my head. Let's see here.
Yeah, I think you only have to tumble through, like, opposed squares.
Oh. Just have to ask nicely.
Ah.
Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Coming through. Pardon me.
Movement. All right, let's see here. I've got something off the side. Creatures movement, burrow speeds, climb speeds, falling.
I just think we can't occupy the same space unless we're a tiny creature.
Yeah. For now, go ahead and do that. If there's any issues, I'll let you know.
Okay. 25. 15. 20. I'll be moving through the oily area.
Yeah, alright. So moving through the oily area, I'm going to need you to make a DC 10 acrobatics check.
How do I turn corners? It keeps telling me I'm trying to move through a wall.
Oh, yeah, it's because of the angles and whatnot. I don't know it's a thing with Foundry. Just go ahead and depending on, let's see here.
Use WASD. You can slip our stuff around.
So that would be my total movement.
Okay.
If I make a acrobatics check, I'm guessing. Which I will definitely not do.
Okay. So as you move through and you hit that slipperiness, you move past blank and fall prone, unfortunately. So let me go ahead and give you the prone condition. For the moment, anyways. So that was one action.
Oh my. Good old that.
Okay, yeah. So there, it's confirmed. Like the first post was saying, like enemies are difficult terrain. That's why you can like tumble through and whatnot. But passing through allies, it's like they just let you go by without any issue. So yeah, we're good there.
Okay. Let's see. I guess as my next action, I will stand up
Okay.
and my last action. I'll take my phone. I guess I will huck a javelin. This dude.
Okay. The food fighter. Okay, base 10, total of 15. Unfortunately, that misses by 1. And the kobold, seeing you run through, drop and fall on the ground from hitting the oil, laughs at you in its draconic laughter, points and then sees you get up and huck a spear, and it's like, oh, and just kind of ducks out of the way. And that's it.
Alrighty. That is my turn.
All right. The next kobold will rush over and kind of climb up onto the table there, just kind of making a couple steps and stands on the food. First action, goes ahead and throws a spear at you, Krunk, since you're in the lead now. All right, first attack. That's going to be a total of 19 to hit. And then we'll...
hang on.
Oh, okay.
Glimpse of redemption.
Okay.
Hang on. Sorry, I gotta find the skill
No worries.
for action.
Okay, so the ally is unharmed by the triggering damage, or the
Oh,
ally...
wait. And both are within 15 feet. Never mind. I can't do it with that ranged attack. It's too far out.
Oh, okay. All right, so then the damage will go through Krunk as you're hit for 4 points of piercing damage. And then,
Sorry.
after throwing the spear, reaches down, grabs and slaps some of the food your way, and is going to go in and try to hit you with some foul, rotten food here. So even though this looks like a spear, it's actually being thrown, and that's going to be a miss as more rotten food just kind of falls flat on the ground here. All right, Smebulok, you're up. Blank on deck.
Can I press digitate the oil on the ground away?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. I'll allow it as your first action.
Ooh.
How much range? Oh, yeah, you're right there. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'll allow it. Excellent.
Perfect. And then my next move is going to be an electric arc. Can you target more than one creature? How does this work? I can't.
Let's see here.
You learn something new every day. Here we go. So I'm going to cast electric arc. So the two dudes I have targeted are my...
Okay, so those guys have to make DC saves. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so I'll click my 1. All right, so he rolls an 18 and gets a critical success, taking no damage.
Darn it.
And the other one, since it's part of the attack as well, is going to roll a natural 20 and get another critical success, taking no damage as well. Oh, but it actually bounced to the second one. Wow.
Yeah, I targeted both of them. I can't believe it.
That actually worked.
Someone-
I'm really surprised. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of being like a jolt of electricity, it was more like a static shock.
Yes, and Krunk, since you're in the lead, you can see like their tiny, tiny little hairs that are like poking through certain areas that just kind of start to stand on end. It's not a lot, and it looks kind of weird. It's a little unsettling seeing that. All right, so I take it that was your 2 actions for the spell, right, Schmebulok?
Correct.
All right, Blank, you're up. The last 2 Kobold warriors on deck, and then Severish.
All right, I will rush in at the one that initially threw food at me.
All right.
Actually, I'll move in. Yeah, no, right here. Any further would be foolish, right? And yeah, I'll strike at him with my short sword.
Okay. So action 1 was to rush in. Action 2 is a short sword +1 attack. And with a base 18, that is definitely hit for a critical hit. Very nice. Go ahead and roll that critical damage.
Oh shoot, sorry. I'll just use the second roll for critical.
All right, 12 points of damage then. And our little kobold friend is completely smited? Just
Oh, he's smitten, all right.
reduced.
Modded.
Smodified.
Smodified. Completely reduced to just a blendered mess.
And for my third action, I will raise a shield.
All right, very good. And while that's going on, I'm just going to take care of a quick thing here. There we go. Now I can see their hit point bars. Excellent. Hey, Flame Loud. Flame Loud's in the chat. Hey, buddy. We are just getting started. First round combat of a Kobold Warren's attack. All right, Blank's turns over. Kobold Warrior, last 2 remaining, is going to rush up and go in for the attack. So takes basically a 5-foot step and goes in and targets Blank with already having its 1 weapon drawn. Will go in for a spear attack. Oh, and that's a critical miss, unfortunately. With the steel shield up and that AC of 20, definitely isn't going to hit there. Good job, Blank, on bringing up that shield.
Hooray.
Yay! Next attack of the Kobold Warrior here goes in for a second strike and misses again. With that shield up in the way, Blank easily blocks and parries away the spear attacks from the Kobold Warrior. That is the end of the Kobold Warrior's turn. We go up to the last one here, who's going to... let's see here. Probably going to rush on over. And yeah, we're going to do some Kobold sneaky tactics here. So let's see. To there and to there. And goes in for a flank. Should have been enough, right? 20, 25. Okay, perfect. And goes into attack Blank as well in a flanked position here. So that was the first one to move. Now for a strike. And unfortunately, with the steel shield still up, Blank is able to easily block and parry out of the way. One more attack from the Kobold Warrior in a flanked position. And once again, that's a critical miss. Both attacks critically missed, and just, Blank blocks again with the shield, and the spear just goes in and crashes into the ground a couple times.
They flank Blank, we can't spank the tank?
Nope, not at all. Cerevish, you're up as we finish the end of round 1.
All right, and you said the oil is now gone, right?
Yes, it is. Thanks
Oh,
to...
actually, about that, I was reading up on it. It would take him either a minute or 10 rounds to clean up the oil, but what he could do is that second action to create an object, to create like a rug just to go over the oil, and then we just walk on the rug.
With the prestidigitation?
Yeah, because you can create minor objects that aren't really useful as like tools or spell components, but can be used for like everyday objects, like a rug.
Oh, well, that works then.
Yeah, rug it up.
There
A
you go.
nice, thick wool rug.
Perfect. So, yes, the area is now clear, Cerevish, so you can move on through without any issue.
Alrighty. We're just gonna do a mosey on right there.
All right, a good old beast charge then. And the Eidolon can move 25 feet, right? Or do you get an extra 5 feet or something?
He gets to stride twice
Oh, okay, awesome.
and
Yep,
and
yep.
make an attack
Gotcha.
if he goes in a straight line.
Excellent.
So yeah, that would be. He does get a +1 on this. Cause
I was
of
gonna
the-
say, do the. Okay, so it's the 2 strides and then a strike. Okay, I thought it was 2 strikes after a stride.
No, it's 2 strides and a strike.
All right, and the attack is a 3 on the Kobold. Unfortunately, misses. Goes in for one more attack. A 15 unfortunately misses again, sadly, as Koth comes barreling through and narrowly avoiding everyone in its in his way.
Including the kobolds?
Unfortunately, yes. All right, and that's
Oh, that's it. That's my round.
all right. Top of round 2, we start off with the Kobold warrior at the loot, over here at the chest in the room, and goes in and grabs another flask, and this time targets Krunk. Krunk, I'm gonna need you to make a DC save real quick here.
Splash me with filth like I care.
Yeah. All right, in the chat there is an acrobatics skill check to avoid being hit with oil. Oh, unfortunately.
I will take it.
Yes, you do. You take it and it just slams against you and you're hit and covered in oil. Let's see here. For the rest of the fight, the hero is covered in oil and has trouble moving. Each time they stride, they must make a skill check. If they fail, they fall over it again and gain the prone condition instead of moving. The hero can step, moving only 5 feet without this check. Or until you are able to get rid of the oil.
Of course, this would happen right after Bath Day.
Right? And then one more time, that was the first action. The second action, the Kobold warrior grows and grabs and then throws another oil vat at Koth. All right, Seravish, go ahead and give Koth an acrobatic skill check. The check should still be in the window there. Ooh, and
Wow.
Koth fails to avoid the...
Doing good.
Yeah, Koth avoids the flask and now is covered in oil as well. So anytime he moves, he also needs to make acrobatic skill checks or falls prone. And then for the final action, let's see here. He's gonna yip and cheer, and then he's gonna run off into the back here. All right, that is that Kobold's warrior's turn. We go to the next Kobold, who is down over here, and is going to make a surprise dash up to Krunk here, who may not have seen him at first, but because, you hear this little wah, and the spear comes charging, the Kobold rushes at you and then goes in for 2 spear attacks, Krunk. Strike number 1. It's a natural 2, that's a critical miss, and then goes in to attack the second time. The first one probably glancing off your oily skin. Ooh. Second strike is a 15. And let's see here. Oh, because of the map, misses by 2. All right. And both attacks fail to connect with Krunk. Krunk, you are up with a Kobold warrior on deck and Shmebulok on deck.
Oh, well, this guy who so helpfully ran right up to where I don't need to move. Oh, what fun thing. We are going to cast the Gouging Claw. Piercing.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Gouging Claw. Okay. Oh,
Oh my god!
Sadly, that is a critical miss. But luckily, it doesn't do anything for a critical fail.
Okay. And for my last action, I will go back on the old failsafe.
Yeah, and for the tusk strike.
Like,
Please let this hit. Please let this hit. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. And it does hit. You go in and you quickly like turn your arm into a gouging claw to swipe, but it misses as the kobold avoids the first attack, and as it's temporarily distracted, you go in for a tusk attack and clobber the poor kobold with your tusk. Oh man.
distraction claw.
Yes, and with
That's
your
the truth of the matter.
exactly. And with that, you slice open the kobold with your tusks, leaving it in a bloodied state. It is very, very hurt. And just as a reminder, everyone, you all have 1 hero point to spend in case you need it. So, just a reminder.
With the way we're rolling, we're going to.
All right, so that's Krunk's turn. I'm taking the gouging claw was 2 actions, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so up next is my kobold warrior, who is up on the table there, dancing around, and then Shmebulok and Blank in that order. All right, so pretty sure that kobold chucked a spear, so he's going to go ahead and equip another spear for the first action. Turn, pivot, and attack Koth for its section action with a spear strike. So we're going to go ahead and actually, before it does that, it's going to do this in a slightly different order. It's going to go ahead and it's going to grab and throw some rotten food at Koth. And that's going to be a miss, a critical miss. Then equips the spear and goes in for the second attack. And for that second attack, we're going to have an 11, which misses by a whole bunch. And seeing that, the kobold's resolve is kind of, oh no! And just you get this like squeak of like, oh, I made bad life choices. Up next is Shmebulok with Blank on deck.
Alright, I am going to do some magic.
Please do.
Alright, that's actually not what I wanted to do, but I'll do that anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do that against those 2 guys.
All right, so the first one being the closest, probably the first one you would target with the first part of the arc. We'll go ahead and roll the reflex save, and rolls a 16, which is a success, taking half damage. And then the other one will also take a basic reflex and gets a natural 20 for a critical success, taking no damage.
What the hell, dude?
Tell me about it. So this
So
kobold,
I guess 2?
yep, takes 2 points of electric damage and just all of a sudden jolts. And Blank, you see this just electric arc go whizzing by. Krunk and Blank, you both see this electrical arc go whizzing by and then zaps and snaps to the other one. But the second one doesn't really take much damage.
Just feel the hair on my arm pull towards the electricity as it zips by.
Oh, definitely, for sure. And for your last
All right.
action?
I'm just gonna blast them with some Force Bolt.
Okay, 3 points of force damage. Almost knocking him on his butt.
That's it for me.
All right. Shmebulok turns, ends with some magic finger wiggling, and we go to Blank with the last 2 kobold warriors on deck, and then Cerevish on deck.
All right, I will swing at the kobold between Koth and I first.
All right. Do you want to move, or are you good there?
I am good here.
Okay.
At least I believe I am, so.
Wasn't sure if you wanted to go for the flanking or not.
Nah.
Okay, that is a hit. 16 is just enough to hit the kobold warrior. Ooh, and max damage. Very nice. All right, 7 points of piercing damage, and the kobold falls off your sword because you stabbed it, and then actually, is this slashing damage?
Slashing. Or no, it's piercing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you pierce it, and then you pull, and it just goes and just drops.
All right, so I will turn on my heel and resume my assault against the kobold behind me.
All right. Ooh, it's a finesse weapon.
That's not gonna hit.
Now, unfortunately, a 13 misses, and the kobold, seeing your strike felling its friend, is very dismayed, but is able to block the attack. Action
Well,
number three.
I will remain where I am and raise a shield.
Ah, very good. All right. That ends the turn, and the kobold you just killed's turn was up next. Sadly, does not get a chance to go, and then
Drats.
Drats. And then the other kobold will go ahead and take its actions as well. Let's see here. This kobold's going to take a 5. It's going to move up and over and climb up onto the table, getting away from Krunk, and we'll go ahead and grab some of the food for its action and throw it at you, Blank. So he's going to go ahead and throw some vile food at you. And oh yeah, that's right. That's a thrown action. So that will be an 11 plus, which will unfortunately miss because of your shield being up. It wouldn't have hit anyways, but the shield being up definitely helped. And then goes in and is angered and annoyed and goes in for a spear strike against you. All right, let's see here. And with that second attack, a critical miss of you definitely and easily avoid the attack. If anything, you know, it kind of, the kobold goes to attack, but hits the table it's standing on and then fumbles the attack, and you usually just kind of block it and push it away to the side. Cerevish, you're up. Ending round 2.
Alright, let's try this again, shall we?
Alright. Ooze. Koth goes in for an attack and hits the kobold. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, 7 points of acid damage. And
Nice.
the kobold... What's that?
I said nice.
Oh yeah. And the kobold is partially dissolved as Koth just bites into it hard. That was the bite attack, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, the
injected
bite.
digestive juices into him.
He bites him and then just kind of regurgitates the last kobold he swallowed.
No, yeah. And goes in for another attack. That is a 15, but unfortunately just misses.
And then I will... Actually moving over here.
Make your appearance.
And that is my turn.
All right. Ending round 2, we go to the top of round 3 with our kobold warrior off to the side here. Let's see here. How far is that? 30 feet? Okay. The kobold warrior is going to go ahead and come on up 15 feet. And will take a spear throw. For its first action, it moves up. Second action, throws at Blank. Let's see here. Strike number 1. And that is, looks like a critical fail. Oh, with a 1. That is definitely a critical miss. And then goes and grabs another spear nearby and equips it for its second, or third action. So that is that kobold's turn. Next is the other kobold warrior. We have 3 remaining here, and goes in for another attack on Krunk since he's right here.
Gimme.
Yeah, goes in for the attacks. Three full attacks here. Strike number 1. It's going to be a miss. Strike number 2.
This is why I took the oil hit.
Yeah, exactly. And strike number 3. Oh, miss. First attack.
He got a 0 twice.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's
Pretty
because frickin' Krunk there is greased up like a Turkish wrestler.
Oh yeah.
And with that, Krunk, you easily see that like the kobold is just kind of dismayed by your orcish glistening body, and the spears just kind of slide right off. It's your turn. Schmebulok on deck.
Okay. So I have caught on to how things work now.
Oh no.
So it takes 1 action to draw a weapon.
Yes, if you don't already have it equipped. But you have to also have a free hand. So if you don't have any hands free, like, you definitely would have gone into combat.
Lasts the 1 round, so that.
Yeah. But you definitely would have gone into combat with something drawn, like moving into dangerous territory.
Well,
I expect
'cause
all you.
I threw the javelin.
Okay, right.
So I will take the action to draw my metal billy club
Right.
I will take my first attack to swing it past his face.
Yes.
Hey, why did that not attack? Did I put the wrong button in?
Did you pull it from your actions or from your equipment or from the the actions tab?
So I will miss him with the great club.
No.
Oh
you,
my god.
You hit
Oh
with the great
my
club.
God. Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god, it's the oil. It's oil of accuracy that they've been throwing at us.
All right, you bang and whack this kobold for 6 points of damage from your metal great club, and you just hear a boop.
Okay.
Like when a metal bat hits a baseball, it's just like a
Bing.
bing. Yeah, exactly. And you just whack the kobold and send it right into the wall.
I will attempt to rush up to this dude as my last action.
Okay, and you rush up.
And that takes acrobatics check, is it?
Oh, right, because you're moving and you're still oiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need to make an acrobatics check here. Let me get it for you real quick. Okay, go ahead and it's in the chat window.
I will slide over to this dude like I meant to do it.
Will you now?
Unfortunately, as you take your first step, you fall on your ass hard. And you don't go anywhere. And you are now
I
on the
will-
ground prone.
No, you see, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He slid on his butt.
Yes. Alright, that is Krunk's turn. And
Yes.
Shembiok, you're up with blank on deck. Back up 5 feet, Shembiok. It's 25 feet for normal movement.
Wasn't that... The game's telling me that's only 20.
That's 20.
Oh, I'm seeing 30 in total in the because of diagonals. Diagonals take 5 and 10 feet. You gotta look at the parentheses.
Oh, I see now.
Yep. Alright.
There you go. Thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna target this jabroni.
Oh, the jabroni. Okay, and that's a hit. Very good. Okay, 8 points of frost damage to our kobold
Nice.
warrior. And you fell him in one clean slice. So I'm just like picturing like the end of any kind of sci-fi movie with a laser beam, and just Shmebulak comes up and is like Zlat! It just kind of just almost cuts this dude in half with its frost laser beam.
Or like when someone gets tossed out to the vacuum of space and you just see the ice crystals just form up their flesh.
Exactly. All right, and I'm taking in. That's probably all 3 of your actions, right, Shmebulak?
Yes.
All right, Blank, you're up with the last remaining kobold warrior possibly on deck.
I mean, at least Kath gets a nice cold treat later after combat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to turn to face the last kobold, and I will swing at him.
Okay. And unfortunately, that is a miss with a 14.
All right.
Did you want to move and possibly flank for your last 2 actions, or are you good?
Well, if I move, it would be 1 action.
Right. And then you would have 1 more action to potentially strike again, or you could do a
Yeah.
raise a shield. That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll try it again.
All right. At least, if anything, Saravish is also set up for an attack. And that is a hit, thanks due to the flanking and reducing their AC a little bit, making them flat-footed. You do hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
All right, 4 points of piercing damage to our little kobold friend, who takes a heavy hit and is bloodied in that 1 swipe. All right, that's the 3 actions from Blank. And lastly, we have our kobold here, who is going to go ahead and looks over at Saravish and chucks some food at you, Saravish. Go ahead and give me an no, actually, it's an attack roll here. Excuse me. So he's going to go ahead and throw some food at you, even though it looks like a giant spear. And misses by 1, just barely. And then we'll rush on over. Let's see here. Goes, let's say, for its 2 actions, we'll go, hold up here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. 25 feet to there, and then another 25 feet back, 20 feet back here to the bed, into the alcoves area. Servish, you're up. What you thinking there, Saravish? Ooh, it looks like we got a possible charge going on.
Well, that's just 25 feet of movement.
Okay, so just a regular move?
Yep.
All right. Oh, sadly, that's a critical miss on Koth's attack. All right. One more action. And that is also a second miss, sadly, by Koth. Apparently the digesting kobold is not sitting too well with him. Or was it the Zulgath? One or the other.
Oh, and the one he ate was the kobold.
Oh, yeah. Oof. Alright, I think that's all 3 actions, right? Alright, Krunk, you're up. Which Mebulok on deck?
I will stand up.
Alright, so standing up for your first action.
I will attempt to move.
Alright. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics check here in a minute. There it is in chat. Go ahead and roll that.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
I have to recorrect this.
What's up?
This Koth got oiled, and I forgot about that.
Oh, right. Okay. Go ahead and roll that same check there.
Let me move him back there.
Totally forgot about that. Thank you. Okay, so he fails, goes prone. And then you would have... What would you have done there instead? As we rewind time a little bit. Okay, so Saravish moves up for the second action.
Yeah, and
Third
then
action?
Koth would stand up for the third action.
Okay. All right. So rewinding time a little bit. All right, Krunk, go ahead and give me. Now that you've stood up. Okay, so you make the critical success and go ahead. You've moved your first action. You're gonna have to make
Well,
another.
that would be the second action.
Yep. So move to second action. Go ahead and roll again.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, you're moving again. So every time you stride, you have to make an acrobatics check. to
No,
avoid.
no, I said that was the second action.
Oh, right. My bad. Because you stood up. Thank you.
Yep, we will attempt it anyway, because.
Okay. And
And I will fall on my ass again.
yes, sadly, another fall, and you are prone once more. All right,
Crunk's poor tailbone.
right. That is Krunk's turn. Shmebulok, you're up. Blank on deck.
All right, I'm gonna point my finger at him.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Giving him the fang.
Oh, and unfortunately, the Fanger misses as a ray goes whizzing by Krunk, right over top you, Krunk. You're on your ground, and all of a sudden you just see a streak of blue and white light go past you. All right,
Shooting stars in a cave?
last action, Shmebulok.
I think I'm just gonna move up a little bit here.
Okay. Blank, you're up. Kobold Warrior on deck. Saravish on deck.
Alright. Well, that's gonna take, yeah, it's gonna take 2 actions, so I'm gonna go ahead and rush up there.
Okay. So Blank
and
comes.
see if- Actually, I'll move one more further out, just for 50 feet.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll take a strike at him.
All right. 2 actions to dash forward, 3rd action to strike. And that's going to be a total of 20 to hit. That is indeed a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Ooh, sadly, only a couple points of damage as you nick the tough hide of the kobold. Still hit.
Copper adds up to plat.
Sadly, the kobold is hit and hurt and wounded, but is in a very critical state here. And that is all 3 of Blank's actions. Up next, we have the kobold warrior, who in a frenzied state, seeing Krunk on the ground, is going to take advantage of the prone orc.
It worked.
And comes rushing out of the corner here and goes in for an attack. So action 1 to move, action number 2 to attack. And probably action number 3 as well. Alright, strike number 1 is going to be a critical miss, even with Krunk being on the ground. And then attack number 2 is going to be, oh, that is an even hit because Krunk is flat-footed on the ground. Krunk, you are going to take 2 points of potential damage. Anything stopping him from taking the damage?
He is out of range.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. Even if I was back where I was initially after I stopped moving, he still would have been out of range.
Oh, that's too bad. All right,
Yeah,
Krunk,
I checked.
you take 3 points of piercing damage as the second strike hits you this time around. Servish, you're up. Krunk on deck. What you thinking? What do you got there, Eric? What's the plan? Do a little act together. Ooh, an electric arc. Ah, very good. So you're hitting the kobold warrior with electric arc.
Trying to.
All right, let's see what happens. Oh, base 19, total of 26. That is a success, but still takes half damage. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half.
Oh, great.
All right, so go ahead and roll damage. Ooh, maximum damage there. And with that, the kobold shudders suddenly, and falls to the ground, sizzling as the black husk of the kobold is lifeless. And we come to the end of combat. Very good, gentlemen. And with that, go ahead and award yourselves. Let's see here. That will be what? Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Oh well. We need to actually rewind something. I completely forgot about the last kobold remaining here. So actually, I'm going to give you back 3 hit points, Krunk. The kobold wouldn't have taken damage, so we're going to revert that real quick. Let's see here. All right, and as this kobold warrior is up over here, we're actually going to do that as well. No, don't heal all of it. He's going to have 2 hit points left. All right, and let's get rid of the death symbol.
Who keeps fucking with time?
All right, let me bring in a new kobold warrior here. Creatures, there we go. Kobold warrior, bingo. Okay, and then he has 2 hit points left. So as this kobold warrior is off to the side, we're doing a little bit of retconning because I forgot about something here. Blank, as you rush up. What's that?
I said he forgot about the kobold overlord.
No, what I forgot is as he rushes over to the blanket, over to the alcoves here, he rushes and throws a blanket over his head. And as you approach Blank, you hear this kobold in a really terrible and horrible guttural common tongue. Please, I give up. Surrender, surrender, please. And just starts groveling and begging for its life.
I'm sorry, but you told me that he's hiding under the blanket. Now all I can think of is blanket party.
Yeah, it's basically got like the blanket. It's just a horrible, rotten, smelly blanket over itself. So it's hiding, cowering on its knees, and the little kobold snout and the horns are covered. So it's just got its face up, and it's got this like starry-eyed look in his face. It's like, please, no, don't kill me. I give up. Surrender. And with that, let's see here. Yeah, it drops the weapons and is surrendering here, begging and groveling for its life. What would you like to do?
I would like to not think of this place as a kobold cafe anymore,
Cool.
and like a kobold made cafe.
Mhm.
They were serving food to us the whole time.
Yeah, basically.
But,
They saw how svelte and hungry you looked.
I'll just sheath my sword then.
Okay.
Just to
I
show him
kept
a
getting
sign.
the order wrong.
Keeping the shield on, but I'll sheath the sword and just like hold up an empty hand, palm out towards them. So then blast him with magical energy. Damn, I can't do that. Yeah, and I'll look to the party.
And as you look to the party, he goes, I tell you secrets. You give me money, I tell you secrets. Money, secrets. I know secrets.
How much money?
He looks around and he starts like counting on his fingers and whatnot. And let's see here. He goes, this many. And it looks like a lot. He's not quite sure. He just flashes fingers at you.
I'll give him 7 copper.
All right, so you hand over 7 copper. He goes, more, gold, shinies, shiny gold.
5 silver and 1 gold. So 1 gold, 5 silver, 7 copper.
That's not enough. I want more, many more gold ones. Yes.
I would like to approach him.
Yep.
While they're negotiating, can I rummage through the chest I happen to be laying in front of?
Of course, yes. I will go ahead and do that here real quick. Let me.
Oh no, you can do them first, but
Yeah, I just had to take care of something here. There you go. And the chest is open there for you guys to look at. All right, so Blank, yes. He's still looking at it. He's like, no, not enough, more. His secret's very big. I need money to live. I leave, never come back, and live on money.
And then at that point, I put my hand on the hilt of my sword and I said, I could get my money back if you want.
Okay. With that, go ahead and give me an intimidation check here.
Can I aid him by doing spooky magic, intimidating electrical magic?
Yeah, go ahead and aid.
Oh, it's an action.
Yeah, it's part of
It
it's a
is.
reaction there.
Oh, I forgot to click on the actual thing.
That's fine. Let's see how much Schmembulok's aid comes into play here.
So it doesn't have a roll on this for me.
I'll be right back. I gotta feed Annie.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, like there's no roll, is there?
Oh, right. Okay, give me a second here.
And then you can drop the aid on him.
+2.
Okay, roll ahead and roll a d20. So I think this is going to be... Oh, yeah. So you're using arcane. So 15, what's your arcane bonus?
I'm guessing +7. Let's check. It's +7.
Okay, so that would be...
22.
Yeah, so that would be a success. So you're going to go ahead and grant +1 to the check, which will be a 20. And that will be a critical success, then, for the intimidation check.
The kobold's heart stops and keels over dead.
Yeah, just about. No, what happens is the kobold just, as Blank goes and palms the handle of the sword and says he can get the money back, the kobold just freezes and drops the money and goes, okay, I tell you secrets. Okay. And I know 2 secrets. I know 2. And he starts saying, he talks, he goes, Boss Zogan is the big leader of mighty kobolds, and she has powerful magics to roast you alive. She's very angry all the time and demands much from her servants, especially now that we have a powerful new friend. Yeah, that friend is a blessing from the gods, a sign that kobolds are destined to return to the surface and conquer the pathetic human town. The first time he's talking about Boss Zolgan, he holds up one finger on the other hand. And the other hand, as he starts talking about the friend, he goes, Friend is dragon. And as soon as the hatchling is all grown, we rise up and take what is ours. But yeah, that's not going to happen for me, because you spare life, I go and I live good life. I get out of here.
Which way are you leaving?
Which way can I go?
Well, if you go the way that we came, you may come across another kobold named Grun.
Oh, I know Grun. Grun, great. Grun, pal.
Oh, good. Then you can join him in his job at the fishery. He has steady work now. Maybe you can work alongside him.
Okay, I ask for Grun. Get job as well, make money, live long, healthy kobold life.
There you go. Now you have a
And-
good day.
Gets up and starts to skitter away. Anyone trying to stop him?
I'll check if he got the money.
No, he just runs away without the money.
No, I'll take my money back. 1 gold, 5 silver, 7 copper.
Okay. And with that, the kobold just rushes off and disappears into the darkness. Okay, so while we're looking at this here, let me award you guys some XP. Let's see here. So with that, you're going to get an initial 120 XP plus an additional 30.
So 150.
Yeah, total
We
150.
should be at and 54.
Okay, so Krunk, go ahead and increase
I'm at
yourself.
1074.
And 74 is what I got.
874.
Level
Wait,
up.
Great slash one?
Level up.
Krunk, go ahead and also raise yourself up to 1074.
1074?
Yeah. Just push yourself up to 1074. That way everyone hits level 2 at the same time. Because, you guys gonna need it.
I mean,
Well,
With
with
the way that
our
the
rolls,
kobolds
we're going good. We're fine. I mean, come on.
Right?
just as long as there's no skill checks.
Well, who knows what's gonna happen as we move forward. So, you guys level up. You're going to hit level 2. We will do that off air. We can talk about that next time. But there is a kobold loot chest here with some loot inside.
So, okay. They're bad wine, shiny, pretty picture, fancy cloth, potion, feather, and this slippery junk.
You know, if you keep that decanter of wine long enough, it'll actually turn to vinegar. So,
Yes, and there was a total of 2 gold in there as well, which has been distributed to everyone evenly. So you all get 5 silver pieces on top of the other loot inside of the chest here.
Oh, I thought that was the 20 silver pieces I was looking at.
Maybe. No, there was 2 gold pieces of coinage in there that I distributed evenly because you guys always kind of split it up anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have yourselves an oil, excuse me, there's no oil in there. That was already thrown out and used. There's a feather token, a healing potion, a bolt of fine silk cloth, a painting of an adventurer, and a crystal decanter of sour wine. So you guys can distribute that however you'd like.
I will leave that stuff to the more intelligent people. None of that looks very fun for me.
I don't know. That feather token could be hilarious.
Yeah, as you look at the feather token, it does have a mark of the ladder on it. So this is a feather token of the ladder.
Forget about it. Wear it on your hat. Go to tap it one time, turns into a ladder.
Right? Yes, the feather token. Let's see here. Each feather token appears to be a simple feather from some exotic bird. The feather's shaft, tipped in gold, bears a single arcane rune. Activating a feather token causes it to transform into another object, which then can be used as normal for that object. Each feather can be activated only once, with most of them permanently becoming the item in their description. So if you interact with this feather token ladder, it transforms into permanently into a 20-foot long wooden ladder.
I mean, that'd be good for climbing in a pinch. I'll take the feather token then.
All right. Drop that into blank. I think I gave it to you. Yep, okay, you have it. I don't know why we got that warning.
Oh, probably because I was trying to interact with it at the same time.
Oh, okay. So then there's also some loot. The bolt of fine silk cloth is worth 5 gold. The painting is 2 gold, and the crystal decanter is 1 gold, plus the healing potion. So yeah, guys, just kind of distribute it however you want.
If someone wants the healing potion, go for it, because I've still got 4 minor potions on me.
I think I've got 3.
So, that might be a good one for you to pick up, then blank, just for emergency purposes.
I mean, usually, like, I've got lay on hands, and I'm always within range of myself. But if you guys,
Yeah, but I mean like mid combat kind of deal.
Shmebialk, how are you on healing potions?
I have 4.
All right, well then I will take that just to hold on to it at least.
All right.
And that just leaves the treasure loot.
Yeah, who wants to grab that? All right, Krunk took the sour wine. We have the painting and a bolt of fine silk cloth.
I'll take the painting, I guess.
Okay.
Somebody please take the cloth, because if Krunk takes it, it won't be worth anything.
You just have to wipe all the oil off. Ah, that's
Yeah,
good. I can see
basically.
it.
All right.
Figure maybe we could take that silk cloth and make something for Shmebialk.
And with that, what would you guys like to do next?
So obviously we have to go up here. So
Right,
that means that we have to be all the way over here to the east is where we need to go. I'm kidding.
Well, I guess I would like to slip and slide over to one of these kobold corpses.
Oh yeah. Now that combat's over, you can definitely take time to clean yourself off, so that way you're no
Yeah.
longer oiled.
Going
Yeah.
to rip the rags off the corpses and start cleaning.
Oh dear. There you go.
I'm gonna make my flask of water and start cleaning off cloth, and then go refill it back in the fountain.
Okay. So with that, you guys begin cleaning up and start to hear some echoes coming from this north tunnel. Shmebialk, you're the only one that can speak Draconic, right?
Correct.
All right. And as you hear that, you hear some taunting sounds of a female kobold calling you forth. Hello, adventurers! I'm looking so forward to seeing you. Next week. We'll see you all next week, everyone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's gonna take us a week to respond to that.
Yep, it really is. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. This was a fun battle. I wasn't expecting it to take the full time, but getting
Was
Krunk back over
because
to
the
the
rest of us couldn't hit for nothing.
Right, yeah.
Blank doing the work.
But luckily, we've
No.
made it through with very little, casualties here. Only Krunk taking the main hit, really, which was good to see. And with that, as we come back next week to potentially finish up the beginner's box, we will have some leveled up heroes and, just having a good old time here with whatever's left. And anyways, I'd like to thank everyone in, Flame Loud exactly, saying some battles be like that. They really do. Like to thank everyone that was in chat tonight, Flame Loud, Kaiser, and Hair Doctor. Thank you so much for hanging out with us as we played Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It was a lot of fun. And we will see you next week, hopefully, potentially to finish the beginner's box and then look into, starting the Abomination Vaults. Really excited about that one. Can't wait. So, this is me, Andrew, your GM for the night, saying thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you all a happy, healthy, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world, and be safe. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Peace.
Later.
See you later.